Hi, welcome to the
Hello.
Vodcast. I'm Jeff,
I'm Dom.
and we're playing RuneScape again.
What a surprise.
Except we're in a different spot. Wow.
Oh my god.
Hashtag wow.
Hashtag well indeed.
Also, I preceded my level, so I'm gonna level up on the first lap.
Oh, you bastard.
I did that while I was waiting
offensive.
for you to wake up.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
So I had like an hour to kill. I was like, well, I'll just do it.
Look, okay. I didn't get to sleep for hours for no apparent reason.
Hey, I leveled up. What do you know?
It's like you planned it or something.
I know, isn't that weird?
I know.
Didn't think I'd ever level up again, but I've been proven wrong.
I am currently 55% through my levels.
Yeah, I'm
So,
level 61, so.
fuck you. How dare you overtake me in agility level?
I should close the chat. Okay. So,
Good idea, actually. Oh, bye.
I mean, it doesn't matter for you. So anyway, on to podcasting.
On to podcasting.
I mean, we're not doing it already. We're going to start now.
Oh, okay.
So, apparently LG made a 55-inch rollable TV prototype.
A rollable.
Yeah, like
one?
you can roll it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many? What's the resolution of it?
It's 1080p.
Oh,
I don't think it's 4. I don't think they got 4K. They
I
might
was
have.
gonna say. I was like, I mean, 10. Think about it. 1080p on the 55-inch must look absolutely awful.
I don't think it might be 4K. I don't know. It's
If it was 4K, I'd be like super impressed.
It's a 55-inch rollable TV. Like how wide would that have to be? If you say 55 inches, you're wrong.
I know. I was about to say that. I was like, no, that's not correct. That's diagonally. I don't know.
God, my stepdad didn't know that was how you measured a TV.
7.
My stepdad didn't know you measured a TV diagonally.
I learned that when I was like fucking 7. So.
Like he pulled out his tape measure, measured TV. He goes across the bottom. I said, "What are you doing?"
I suppose, like, if you haven't actually been told, I mean, you would just presume it's lengthways because obviously everything else is measured that way.
Whatever. TVs are special.
They are in their own little way. Oh, marks of grace or mark of grace.
I wonder how that TV would work. Like, it would have to have flexible ports and things, wouldn't it?
I mean, the ports themselves, no.
Surely it would have to if it would roll up.
Well, no, because if they'll probably put on the edge of it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So then it just gets rolled onto the edge, or yeah.
And then you plug it in while your TV's rolled up. You're like, why can't I see the screen?
Oh, I'm being ripped off.
I hate you, LG. God.
I'll never buy one of your products again. There's someone out in the world who will inevitably buy that TV when it comes out commercially and do that.
I also don't really understand why you would need a portable 55-inch TV. But maybe that's just me.
I guess it's useful, like, if you don't have... I guess it's useful for a replacement of a projector.
Yeah,
That
maybe.
makes sense. Because
I mean,
if you have a projector, you just kind of bring up a 55-inch roll.
You basically need the same things, which is just like a big wall.
Yeah.
I assume it would be harder to have a rollable 55-inch TV than a projector because you can't, like, put it down. I don't think there's a stand associated with it yet. And I
I'll
don't
just
think
put things up on the wall to hook it up. It's fine.
I mean, if you're going somewhere that you don't own, you can't really do that.
Yeah, you can. Just draw a hole straight through the wall. Oh, my Audacity showed a real big peak there.
What, when I made the drilling sound? I don't think that came
No,
from
when I
inside.
made some noise, apparently. It's just like a really big peak. Oh, well.
Well, you're giving insight. You're peeling back the curtain. What are you doing?
Oh, no. We don't even fucking use the Audacity thing anyway. It's just for emergencies.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the
Hashtag.
police.
peeling it back further. No, yeah, I don't know. Like, there isn't many circumstances which that would. Oh my god, which that
Oh.
would actually be useful. Oh, we both fell off. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like they made the TV for the purpose of making the TV.
I mean, they probably did.
We made a rollable 55-inch TV, guys.
As
Okay, great. They've had rollable
everyone knows,
keyboards
LG is apparently now French.
They've had rollable keyboards for like yonks now.
Well, yeah, but that's a little bit different.
That was the word of the day, yonks.
Yonks.
I like including strange words in my vernacular.
Like, yeah. not like, yeah, actually, but...
No, I think yeah is pretty common.
So, well, actually, this is not
That guy's gonna
really
die.
that
He
related.
died. A guy inside the
What?
bank just died
Oh,
of poison.
maybe he might have deliberately done it so he didn't have to use anti-poison.
I'm sure he
I
did.
don't know why people do that. It's like the cheapest thing. It's like, nope, can't use it. Sorry.
Maybe he doesn't have any.
Maybe. That seems unlikely, though. Especially if you've had any of the previous random events.
I wonder if he dropped anything good, but we won't know until the end of the podcast because drop things don't show for like an hour.
That's only... Oh, wait,
that's
no.
everywhere.
But is that only if a monster kills you?
Oh no, he dropped bones.
Yeah, I'm saying, I think it's only when the monster kills you that happens. Because in PvP, it's like, well, you both had connection problems, so...
I don't know. I don't do PvP. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, nor do I. Related to technology, this is an article I saw yesterday. Pepsi is making a phone to be released in China.
The Pepsi phone?
It'll be like the P1 or wherever it is. And like most people are like, oh, that's fake. I mean, like, come on. But then Pepsi said it was real. They confirmed it. And everyone was like, oh,
I mean,
okay.
You can buy Tesco phones. Why not Pepsi?
Yeah, but I mean, like, Pepsi was the last thing that people expected. I mean, Tesco is like one of those does
Tesco
everything.
is a supermarket.
Well, yeah, but it does a lot of things.
It does super and it does market.
Yes, no, but it does a lot of things. So that was less expected. Also, they don't do phones; they do tablets.
I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of a Tesco phone.
Well, that might be planned, but I don't know. I don't think there is actually one yet. Either way, and some of the supposed, like, I've forgotten the word for it, parts of the thing is, it was meant to have a 5.5-inch screen, which would actually make it a phablet.
I hate the word phablet.
It's a phone tablet.
I know, but it's a dumb word.
So is a lot of words, but you know.
So is a lot of words.
Mm-hmm.
So, Google launched Google Domains a little while ago.
Yep.
And neither of us were really aware of it until I Googled domains, and
Yep.
it turned out to be a thing. But a guy who used to work at Google managed to buy Google.com for $12.
They somehow managed to forget that, oh wait, you can buy domains that are already bought by someone else. That seems like a pretty big problem.
I like how it was only $12 too.
Yep. It's like, this domain's only worth that much.
He had access to all their back end and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
It had, like,
it's a good thing it was not a guy who was going to like fuck shit up.
Well, he was an ex-Google employee. He still loved Google or something.
Or something.
So you're like, huh. And Google gave him their standard bug busting reward or whatever.
And he gave it to charity.
Then they doubled it because he gave it to charity.
Oh. That's nice.
That is nice. Who is it nice of, though? That's the question. question?
Both of them.
Oh, way to dissolve the topic. Jeez.
I mean, there's no picking sides there. They both did a nice thing.
No, Google's an evil corporation.
I mean, they did drop the "Don't be evil"
No, they didn't.
motto.
That's not true.
It's not.
It's not. Don't be evil isn't in the alphabet credo, but it's still in the Google one.
Yeah, but Alphabet is like the new parent company, which is what Google was once. So it's been dropped, quote unquote.
It's not dropped though. It's still there. It's still in the Google
the
motto.
motto is like "Don't break the law" now, or something.
It's something like "Be good, my child." I don't know what it is, but
it's like a similar version.
It's be excellent in everything you do.
Is it?
No, that's a quote from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh. Mark of Grace.
You ever notice that?
What?
You ever notice that the Grace character has a dog named Mark?
Yeah, I did.
Get it? It's a pun.
No, not really.
Not a pun. It's a palindrome.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is, as you're aware, I think I can't remember if I actually told you this, but anyway, Prime Now is like that the service that does hour/2 hourly deliveries from Amazon, which is pretty cool. And it finally expanded to my area.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And last night I was looking at like what I could buy. And there's some things there that you really don't need in 2 hours. I mean, I think that was kind of expected. But in one case, I was like, you know what? I'm going to search for bike. See if a bike comes up. Yeah, you can get a bike in an hour.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's useful if you want to go somewhere. But it's like, okay.
I mean, you bought the bike, right?
Huh?
You bought the bike, right?
No.
Why not?
See, I want to buy a bike, but I was like, well...
And then you could have it in an hour.
If I actually, like, decide to move, I can't take it with me.
I mean, you can. It would just be really expensive because you'd have to ship it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, there's no difference between American and British bikes. They're compatible.
I presumed so, but also, I was also thinking at the same time, though, I was like, American infrastructure for bikes is probably not as good.
No, you
but
have
then
to
at the
ride
same
on,
time,
like, sidewalks.
British infrastructure is absolutely awful. So.
Yeah,
you don't have any sidewalks in the US.
No, they do in cities. Like, I live in a super rural area. There's no sidewalks at all. It's right on the street.
I mean, that's what you do everywhere else because it's like illegal. Well, maybe not illegal, but
did you ever
not
see
allowed to go on.
Did you ever
you're not allowed to go on paths.
That video, I think it was Casey Neistat who made it, about bike lanes in New York.
No.
Well, basically, he got a ticket for like not riding in a bike lane. So he made a short video about the experience of riding in bike lanes in New York, and they're just like all blocked. And in one, and he just like rides his bike into things on purpose to demonstrate.
Oh no! I did see that. And actually.
The very last shot is him riding his bike into a cop car that's parked into the bike lane, which takes some balls, I have to say.
Yep. I mean, like, they were parked in the bike lane, so how could he possibly avoid it?
They told him he has to ride in the bike lane, so he was riding in the bike lane.
Mm-hmm. It's the same issue we have here, actually. Like, there might even been a similar video in London where, like, you have a whole stretch of road which is just cars parked all the way down on the bike lane. It's like it might as well not exist.
Well, there's a fire lane where I work, and everyone parks there.
I'm not aware of the concept of fire lane because it doesn't exist here.
Well, it's a lane that's constantly on fire.
Oh,
So it makes it very difficult to park. And that's the whole reason you have a fire lane.
man, it's
It
pretty hot right here, right
kind of
now.
acts as a fire wall in between the actual real parking places and the street.
Oh.
That's exactly what a fire lane is, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
But yeah, I mean, like, obviously in the US, you have above ground fire hydrants. Cool, either yellow. Oh, did you like lag there for a second?
Maybe.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, yeah, they tend to be a lot different because here it's like underground, where like, and like you have these like weird square things that have a H on and like numbers on, so it tells the firefighters where exactly the hydrant is, because it's the sign for the hydrant isn't necessarily where the hydrant is.
What?
I think that's so people don't get into it, but they're not hard to find.
Well,
But I
let me
don't know.
tell you. In like, God, it would be in like Detroit or somewhere.
Hmm.
People will just open hydrants in the summer.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hydrant.
You tend to see it in like pop culture where they do that,
Yeah. It's like,
which seems like a
yay,
massive waste of water.
block party. The kids can play in the fire hydrant. I just cracked my knuckles
I heard that.
on camera. Except it's not.
I was gonna say, I was like, no,
I have a face cam now, actually.
no.
I just waved.
I would never do face cams because I've just woken up in the morning and I'm not gonna fucking do a podcast while looking like this.
Why not?
Mind you, I always look like this, so.
Got your face.
Yeah, my face.
So there's a thing going down at the University of Texas, right?
Pardon?
The University of Texas in Austin. They're
Yes.
protesting open carry firearms
Yeah.
by having students come in with dildos.
Oh.
It's not happening yet. It's happening at the start of the next school year.
Oh,
But-
okay.
But there's like 1,000 people signed up for it.
Start. When you say the starting of the school year, do you mean like
Next school year,
so like
like next September.
September next year?
Yeah.
That seems like a massive
Well,
amount
I
of
don't-
time to plan
I
for
don't
that.
know
But
that
okay.
I don't know that the law is passed yet.
Oh.
But there's just gonna be a whole bunch of kids carrying dildos around.
Oh.
So that's fun.
So wait, is this?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Why, if you make it sound like they're gonna put in a law to get rid of
No, they're relaxing the restrictions on open carry permits
Oh, why would they do that?
because it's Texas.
It's like, oh, we just had a shooting. Let's restrict them even more. I mean, unrestrict them even more.
Non-unrestrict them.
Yes. No.
It's Texas. Texas is stereotypical gun state. .jpg.
Yeah, but they're not meant to actually follow the stereotypes.
Oh well. You do. Look at your teeth. They're horrible. I mean, God.
Just had to bring it up, didn't you?
I mean, I did.
My teeth are fine, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I didn't even have to have braces.
Unlike some people. Wait, that's me.
I feel like two of my teeth would have been advantaged by braces on my bottom set of teeth.
And fan-
But yes. But other than that, all my other teeth are actually pretty straight. Not like American standard straight, where like all the bottom of your teeth are exactly flat and look fake as fuck, mainly because they are.
Hey, my teeth are 112% real. I have a.
I don't get it, like where people like get their teeth completely flattened.
I have
because
like 3 extra teeth.
that's not natural.
Oh well. So, did you know China's got a telescope on the moon?
What?
China has a telescope on the moon.
What? So they're just like, you know what? We should send a telescope up to the moon and just land it there.
No, it's been there for 2 years. And they just announced that they're like, yeah, it's working great. I don't know why it took them 2 years to announce it, but
Maybe it wasn't working for 2 years.
probably.
They suddenly came back and they were like, oh, that's not an easy feat.
Well, I saw one of the pictures, and it looked... They're taking a picture of another galaxy with it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the worst picture I've ever seen. It's black and white and grainy, and I'm like, not really that good of a picture, China. Step up your game a little bit. But
Is that the only picture they showed, or?
yeah, there was only one picture,
Oh, okay.
so I guess they only got one picture.
I mean, like
God.
the colored photos though that most like the Hubble telescope gets aren't actually real.
Yeah, I know.
It's multiple images put together. But I don't know.
So yeah, Chinese moon telescope.
It's a thing
Apparently.
for sure, yo. So as you linked me rather nicely the other day, Captain Sparkles,
Oh, that.
where
What was
he's brought a $4.5 million mansion.
Yeah, how can he afford that?
Well, everyone's like, oh, it's from Twitch streaming. And I
There's
was
no
like,
way.
okay, Twitch streaming gets you a lot of money, but
Not that much.
not that much money. But apparently, he's also an app developer,
Oh, that would make sense.
and
He's
he's
on YouTube.
he's made apps which have over 1 million downloads.
And they have
So-
microtransactions, and there's paid apps, and
Yep, exactly. So it's definitely mostly from that, and then I imagine the Twitch streaming helped a little bit.
so basically,
But yeah,
the article just totally misreported.
oh yeah, but I mean, they just presumed that.
Yeah.
Unless he really is making that much money from it. I
He
mean, he has a
can't
YouTube
possibly
channel as
be.
well.
He can't possibly be making that much money from Twitch.
I don't know how many subs he has, so and I can't be bothered to go search
mean-
it up.
I mean, you can't. They're not allowed to divulge that information. Well, they are, but it's not shown publicly anywhere.
Sure, but didn't you find out how much Ray had?
He says it occasionally. They're allowed to say how many they have. They're not allowed to say how much money they make.
Oh, okay. Well, you can kind of, sort of, figure
You
it out.
you can make a guess. It's
Yeah.
It's not 100% accurate because they don't all make the same amount of money per sub. Some
Fair enough.
Twitch streamers have better contracts, which give them almost like all of the $5 per month they get from subs.
I don't understand what contracts they have. Like,
They've
with who?
with Twitch
Yeah, but why do some people get better ones and some people get worse ones?
because they're like they start out as bigger, I guess, and Twitch wants to incentivize them to use their platform.
I guess so. Yeah, makes sense.
I would assume that Ray probably has more than half the share of his sub money.
Oh yeah, probably because he's pretty massive. Especially even though he only started like not that long ago, he's
He
like
started-
probably one of the bigger streamers.
He started this year,
Yeah,
which is
I mean, it obviously helped that he was on Achievement Hunter, but
and he streamed from the Rooster Teeth account several
Yeah.
times. But he has like 40,000 subscribers, something like that.
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
The la. I mean, like they got a. Is it a? No, it was an apartment now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which they actually own.
I don't
think-
think
I
you
don't think you
own an
rent it.
apartment. I'm pretty sure you
I don't
don't
know.
own an apartment.
I mean, you can
I mean, why would you?
because you want an apartment.
You want an apartment.
But anyway, related to that, kinda ish. Obviously, he's very popular in the Minecraft area of things, mainly because that's his trade.
What, Ray? No, he
And
hates Minecraft.
and they added a flying cape in the recent snapshot, and I was like, okay, that seems quite potentially OP. But it's actually quite good. I downloaded the snapshot of the recent Minecraft snapshot, and I tried it out, and I did it in creative mode, so I could just give me the cape thing, and it's actually quite fun, and like it's not like a thing where like you can just fly forever. Like it actually slowly slows down. Slowly slows down. What? Either way, it slows down over time, and they're also making it so you can only find it in the end in like these new places. So they're really hard to find. So not that OP, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It's like you know in Mario 64 where he has a little paraglider thing. It's a little bit like that.
You mean the wing cap?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Mario on a paraglider.
I can't remember what it is.
The wing cap.
Whatever.
So, Jerusalem got like terror attacked.
When do they not get terror attacked?
2 simultaneous attacks and then 3 more.
I mean,
3 murdered and dozens wounded.
I'm not surprised by that at all. It happens really often there because of the whole Palestine versus Israel thing.
Oh, Playboy's not doing nude women anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they're not printing nude women anymore.
I guess people really do read it for the articles.
That's the one joke you can make from that.
Yep.
But
I mean, to be fair, people have actually said like, no, I actually do read the articles because they're quite good.
They're switching it to like an Instagram kind of thing, to where
What?
there's no outright nudity, but it's still provocative.
So it's gonna be softcore,
basically.
Okay.
Instagram is of course only good for softcore porn.
I mean, I was gonna say their rules dictate that you can't actually have naked people, but they said that actually that the only reason why they have that is because of Apple's restrictions. Like if it was a purely Android app, for example, it would allow naked people.
And
I was like, oh,
clearly what they should do is get off the iOS App Store.
oh yeah, totally. You know, even though it's like their biggest market.
I don't know about you, but I absolutely have Instagram installed on my phone.
Oh, so do I. Definitely, yep. I use it 24/7 all the time.
Using it right now. Hashtag selfie. Hashtag vodcast. Hashtag podcast.
I fell off twice.
Yeah, I have 30 health left.
Yeah, I've just gone to the bank to get to put up my health again. Oh, also, I leveled up without realizing.
Oh.
now I'm 61.
So, Boeing made the world's lightest metal. Did you read that
What's
article?
it made out of? No, I didn't actually.
It's kind of like carbon structures. So
okay.
A whole bunch of tubes, but it's 99.999% air.
Okay.
So it's the world's lightest metal. But the best part was, in the article they were speculating about what it would be for. And I'm sitting there going, gee, I wonder if they might use it in airplanes.
The thing is, though, it might be like too light. Is there such thing as too light?
For an airplane? No.
But is there such thing as too? But even though it's incredibly light, though, is it incredibly strong? That is the question.
I think that
is it strong enough for, you know?
I think the fact that it's the tube structure makes it also have enormous strength.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Nanotubes. The internet is not a series of
Well,
tubes.
I think what they might have been talking about is more specifically not just for making planes, but like there specifically, what kind of plane are they thinking of
A
doing?
big one.
Because obviously they can't go too big, because otherwise it won't be able to land on any
The world's
airports.
largest airplane.
You wouldn't be able to land on any airports
They're gonna
because it would
try
be
to
too
break the
big.
Guinness World Record, like the world's largest omelet, but it's gonna just be a really big airplane.
I mean, like there was that whole thing where they did uh what they called. I've forgotten what they're called. Where oh my god, it was in my head for a second there, and I've forgotten it instantly. Where you put an idea across to a government agency, and
A
they go,
patent.
"Oh, patent, a patent." That's it. Okay, they did a patent where I think it was Boeing, or it might have been another airline company, but either way, um, they were doing a thing where the plane would take off like normal from a an airport, and then it would fly straight up, really ridiculously high, and then use rocket thrusters to basically get from like London to New York in like an hour.
Hmm.
As it could be to do with that, because it needs to be really light so it can get all the way up there.
And on the bright side,
So
when they finish that, you can fly from London to New York in an hour.
yeah, I know, right? I mean, Concorde was like 3 hours, but of course they got freaking. I say banned. They didn't get banned at all. It's just that they were too expensive to run,
Hmm.
and a few high class crashes made people not want to go on them anymore, which is kind of dumb because planes crash. I say planes crash all the time, but they really don't.
Someone said
So
someone said high level cunnies while I was climbing up the wall.
oh,
I thought that was kind of weird.
that is pretty weird.
So you mentioning the patent made me remember that Penn Jillette actually owns one patent.
Who? What? Penn Jillette? What the hell's Penn Jillette?
He's one half of Penn and Teller,
Oh,
and it's for
I didn't
something
know.
called the Jill Jet, which is a like a hot tub jet kind of thing, designed to pleasure women,
Oh,
configured in such a way that it's pleasurable to women. And he has one installed in his bathtub at home.
that's oh, ow. That's a pretty specific patent to have.
I mean, they all are. They have to be specific.
Yeah, but I mean, it's specific to only have one patent, which is that.
I mean, it's not like he's an inventor. He's a magician.
True.
So, Hulu is gonna roll out VR for their
Just VR.
for their service.
I presume you mean so you can watch things in VR, not.
Oh, it happened! It finally happened. I got a breaking news thing
Oh,
during the
what does it say?
podcast.
What does it say?
U.S. stocks open lower after weak China data.
Oh,
Fresh indications of slowdown in China's economy amid key third-quarter earning reports. That's interesting.
so basically the stocks are probably dying a little bit again.
Again, apparently China's
Again.
having some slowdown. That's not a thing
When they mean
happens very
slow
often.
down, though, they mean like, oh, it's dropped from 15% growth to 7% growth.
Yeah, that's true. But
It's just like, I mean, they got to stop at some point.
China also does that thing where they devalue their currency a little bit.
I mean, well, that's to make it so it doesn't drop as far. So
I need food.
let me look at the stocks real quick. It
We're
is-
now a stock podcast.
Okay. US is down by 0.4%. Oh wow, that's so much. London is down by 0.94%. France is down by 1.76. Russia's down by 2.58.
Oh wow.
China is up 0.17. Obviously, can't be that weak.
I think it was that the stocks opened lower because of that.
I guess so. Let me click on the US. Yeah, it opened low, which was like 0.5% maybe, and it's gone up slightly to 0.4. I wouldn't call that that big of a drop, especially compared to like the almost 5% that it dropped a few weeks back.
That was when I was on vacation.
I know. You've mentioned this on this very podcast.
No,
before.
It wasn't this one. It was a different episode. Jesus.
Yeah, but it was on this podcast.
I mean, it's not like I do any
on
other
the series.
podcasts. It's not like I do any other podcasts.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. I had to think about it for a second.
What if we do like 10?
Well, we're not.
I mean, we're already boring enough as it is in one, let alone 10.
This is the podcast where we don't talk about anything. Hey.
Hello, and then just silence for an hour.
That's the real reason why I recorded 4 hours of us playing Portal 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we could just have a silent podcast.
Well, it's not silent.
Okay. Silent in terms of topics. Just like last week.
That's true. So back to what I was saying about the Hulu VR.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever used Hulu? Is it available in the Britain?
I don't actually know.
Well,
As you can probably tell, I haven't used it.
Basically, I'm sure you know what it is, but it's.
I know what it is.
It's a TV service, pretty basically.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is it has ads in the videos.
Yeah, I know.
And that's like the worst thing ever because there's like 6 ads in like a half-hour video.
Yep.
And that's why
you have to pay for it. And
you have to pay for it. I mean, I get that they're trying to follow regular cable TV, but I don't get how they can.
But nobody wants regular cable TV.
I know. That's the whole reason. That's why I think Netflix has the biggest market share.
I think.
That's
I mean, like people say, like Hulu is good in terms of content. Like people say it's better in content, but they say it's worse because of all the adverts and stuff.
Well, yeah, they just got the rights to all of Seinfeld not that long ago.
Yeah.
And like the only other service I would consider subscribing to is Amazon Prime.
I have that.
I don't. I'm probably gonna subscribe to it when the Top Gear show comes on it. Because I really want to watch that.
Yeah, the new BBC Top Gear is going to be interesting. At the moment, it sounds like there's only going to be one presenter now, rather than 3.
And the budget's going to be $0.
Well, they were saying like they can't replicate what the old Top Gear was,
no,
so they're just going to have to try and do something new, and especially as this like version of Top Gear is going to be on Amazon. They're just like, well, we can't compete with that, so they just have to do something else.
Whatever it is they're calling it. I think one of the suggested names was Gear Knobs.
I think they said what it was going to be called.
It might have been Gear Knobs.
I thought it was House of Cars.
No, that was a rumor. I don't think Netflix would let them call it House of Cars. Or no.
I mean, House of Cards, it doesn't belong to them.
So, Netflix would sue them.
But it doesn't belong to them. They can't sue them if it doesn't belong to them.
I'm pretty sure they can sue.
No.
They can sue.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, like, the BBC could sue them.
They could sue for the, like, confusion of branding thing, whatever they call that.
I doubt Netflix would actually do that.
I think they probably would because they're competing with Amazon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they could, like, people can easily say, "Oh, I got confused between your House of Cards and BBC's House of Cards."
that doesn't happen though. No one knows that the BBC one exists. This is another
But
high-profile show.
yeah, but some people do know it exists, and that's an easy argument you could have against it. So that's what I'm saying.
I
It doesn't mean it
wonder.
will
I wonder
necessarily
how
happen.
Hulu is gonna make VR work.
Well, I mean, they kind of need VR specific content.
Yeah, but they also have VR ads. Woohoo!
Oh God.
But what if
I know it might actually be interesting if there is in VR.
they'll need to have like a either they need to somehow virtual realities old TV shows, or they'll need to create their own content, which I don't think Hulu does now. Maybe they do.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like they get content from
Just buy
like
it.
channel things. Yeah, they buy it. So somebody's bound to make VR stuff, which they will then buy.
But who's gonna do it if Hulu's the only platform? What if Hulu doesn't
Well,
want
no,
your
because
show?
it'll end up spreading. It's Hulu's the only one at the moment.
I don't think so. Hulu's very, very web based.
I mean, Netflix.
I think yeah, but I mean browser based. I think most people watch Netflix in an app somewhere. You know, like there's an app on
Not
my TV
necessarily.
for Netflix. There's
Yeah,
I don't have one for Hulu.
I mean,
Unless I do.
okay,
I might.
but I mean, they'll probably. I mean, Samsung. You know the Samsung VR stuff, which is like you literally put like your Note 4 or wherever it is into this thing, and then it basically does VR. I mean, if you have the Netflix app, then they could probably have a thing where it turns on VR, and then you can watch VR stuff with that. Also, why am I not jumping? That's really weird.
I just looked. I do have a Hulu Plus app on my TV.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's
Oh,
also
you were wrong.
there's also an Amazon Instant app
Mm-hmm. That's on a lot of things, actually.
and
Amazon.
an iHeartRadio app.
Uh,
I don't heart radio that much though.
Ugh. You know, I've
Yeah.
kind of ran out of topics.
Have you?
I mean, I have one, but it's dumb, so I'm not going to say it.
I'd say it anyway.
No, it's dumb.
No, I'm gonna make you say it.
Nah.
Why? Why
This is
not?
dumb. It's not really a topic. It's just more of a thought that I had, and none that can be contributed back to. So basically, it's not a topic. It's bullshit. That's what it is.
Oh, I don't care. Just do it.
No. Say one of your topics.
A study says that no matter what we do to curb global warming, Miami, New Orleans, and other beloved U.S. cities will
that's-
sink below rising seas.
I saw that.
I mean,
Uh,
obviously,
if they sink, that will probably take out a few places in the UK as well.
it's also probably not going to be for a long time.
Oh yeah, I mean not in our lifetimes
Like
probably.
6 years from now.
Oh yeah, that's super long.
Hey man, that's like a third of our lives.
So you're saying we only live to 18?
Well, it's not a quarter. Scienced.
Whatever.
Anyway, those cities gonna sink.
Rip. I mean, New Orleans already sunk once, so
That's very true. I think Miami's probably also sunk a couple times because of hurricanes.
probably not as much as New Orleans though.
Well, there was a little bit of water in New Orleans.
Just a little bit,
A gallon or two.
a gallon or two.
Nope.
I mean, like most of the Netherlands as well has also been underwater at a point.
Used to be underwater, but they took it back.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I'm saying, they got flooded during a North Sea flood, and like it like flooded most of the country. And then they were like, you know what? We should put levees up and then take more of the land back as a fuck you to nature. And so they did.
Oh, There's a website called kickended.com.
What? Kick ended.
And
Okay.
it links to random Kickstarter projects that ended with $0.
Oh, that's that must be pretty sad, actually.
I mean, I looked at some of them, and it's all just like, clearly this guy just put up his project on Kickstarter and went, all right,
Mhm.
that's all I have to do. I'll just get money rolling in.
Going off.
What? What?
My phone alarm was going off to tell me to start working.
Oh. Don't start working now. We're doing a podcast. God.
What? No, I'm doing it right now. No. It doesn't matter. I worked extra yesterday, so.
I know. But it was like, the guy was he wanted to upgrade to an underwater camera so he could film his fishing rod in the water.
Yeah.
And so he put up a Kickstarter for like $2,500.
What?
And he got no money.
I mean, why would anyone give any money to that?
Because, no one cares, and he didn't advertise it, so nothing happened.
I mean, yeah, but like it was for him, right? It wasn't for him to actually make something.
No, it was like, if we do it, maybe it'll be featured on this TV show. So he wanted to upgrade to an underwater camera for a chance of being on a TV show that I'd never heard of.
And has no advantage to anyone giving money.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I just really didn't understand. And it was like, there was another one that was like 3 cellists who wanted money for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but
It was dumb, that's what it was.
it was like, give me cello money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, no.
No.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
So, what else was there? God, I only looked at like 3 of them. They were all like, obviously they were all $0.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them really made any sense.
I mean, yeah. If they were at $0, I can imagine that they would not make much sense. No.
It's like people just kind of put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, I'll totally get money for this, and then realize, oh wait, people don't give money to completely random shit, unless it's like potato salad, then maybe they do.
I mean, that was potato salad.
This is true.
Investigators have concluded Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 was shot down by a missile over the eastern Ukraine.
A Russian one as well. Russian Bata missile,
Buck.
I think. Oh, Buck. That's it. I knew it was something along those lines.
That's interesting. That was
It's not surprising at
when
all,
did
though.
that went missing like months ago, didn't it?
It didn't go missing.
I mean, whatever.
That happened like a solid year ago.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. I think. Let me find out. MH17. July 17th, 2014. Yes. And it was incredibly sad, especially with the whole line of
Cocaine.
hearses, that's it.
Oh.
No, not line of hearses going through the Netherlands, where it was just literally non-stop, because obviously it had taken off from the Netherlands, so it was mostly Dutch people.
Oh.
And it was just like a continuous line of hearses for like a few minutes.
So
Highway.
maybe I'm a terrible person, but whenever I see like a funeral coming through and I'm driving, I get kind of angry. I don't know if this is a thing in the UK, but in the US, at least here, funerals just go. And it's this big long procession of cars, and they will ignore traffic lights and all that.
Oh, no, we don't ignore traffic lights. Jeez.
They do here.
I mean, like here, like we obviously have the whole slow-ish car going through, but you have to obey the laws of the road.
I mean,
still.
this is a line of like 40 cars driving slowly.
it
ignoring
rarely ever
traffic
gets that
lights.
long. It rarely ever
Oh,
gets that
it's
long
always
here.
that long here.
Why? Who has that many relatives?
It's not relatives. It's like relatives, friends,
Yeah, but
coworkers. A guy he ran into once on the street. Tim
I
from
mean, like,
accounting.
for example, like my nan's funeral, there was maybe 8, 9 cars, and we were at the back, and the light turned red as everyone went through, and we didn't. So we ended up like just driving to the funeral normally.
And when you're at a funeral in the U.S., you get little purple flags that say "funeral" that go on the car.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Like I was trying to I was trying to go to like Taco Bell one day,
Hmm.
and it's a left turn across the road
Yeah.
on like a 2-lane divided highway kind of thing.
Hmm.
And a funeral came rolling through, and I was sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to make this one turn. And I could see up the road for maybe a quarter of a mile, and
And it was just
it was
continuous
just
cars.
cars.
Are you sure though that wasn't just from the funeral stuff though? It was also from just people waiting behind them.
No, because they have the flags. The funeral cars have the flags. They all had the flags.
I don't understand how people can know that many people to have 40 cars worth.
It was so long. It took. People started piling up behind me, and it was horrible. And it happens every time I see a funeral. They're always directly in my way.
Are you sure maybe like sometimes the funeral things are just really short, and because they're so short you just don't realize?
No. Anytime I notice a funeral, even if it's coming out of like a funeral home parking lot,
Hmm.
I could sit around and be like, okay, let's count the cars, and there's like 79.
How I don't understand how people can know that many people that will all follow. Because I mean, like,
The problem is, I think everyone wants to drive their own car.
yeah, that seems like an American problem. I mean, like, people shared cars to my nan's thing because, like, my mum's side of the family, although it's not really directly her family. It's like kind of step, but whatever. It's quite a large family, but like even still, everyone shared cars and stuff because obviously they're all family. You don't need multiple cars to do that.
Huh. Opioid addicts are being treated with medical marijuana in Massachusetts.
Oh,
I mean, I live in Massachusetts, and I'm addicted to opioids, so,
get on that shit. Why? I don't understand why Massachusetts seems to always be like way ahead of the curve than the
because
rest of
we're
the US.
super cool. We had gay marriage first. We got opiate people.
Opiate people. It's the new human race. Opiate people.
Pretty much. Oh, I got linked a video on Reddit or something, and it was a cop trying to tase a guy,
Yeah.
and instead of tasing him, he shot him.
What?
Like, it's this shaky like phone video, and a guy gets out of his car and like tackles the guy who's running away,
Yeah.
and you hear a cop, the cops are going, get on the ground, lay on your stomach. Then you hear a gunshot, and you hear a cop goes, oh no, I shot him.
Oh no, this gun that I had in my hand shot him. What a surprise.
And then the guy is like, you shot him, you shot him. And the guy got shot, goes, I can't breathe. And he goes, fuck your breath.
I mean,
a taser and a revolver look almost the same.
no, they really don't.
Easy
Like
mistake to
everything
make.
about them is quite different, actually. I mean, like, sure, the mechanics are the same, but
No,
I think
not even
they deliver
that.
different, just in case people do get confused.
There was the that slow-mo guy's video about tasers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're totally different from guns.
Yeah. Oh god, the video that they show it of it entering its thing and then pulling it out. Oh,
Yeah, that was...
I had no idea they were like that. I just thought they were just prong things that kind of
No, those are different.
touch you.
That's a stun gun.
Yeah, I guess
Strangely,
so.
a stun gun is not the one that's actually a gun. I don't get that.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like the taser thing is literally it shoots like two like spiky metal things,
And then they're connected by
almost
a
like
wire.
a fish hook.
They're connected by a wire back to the taser because that's where the electricity comes from.
Duh. And then
And
they shock the fuck out of you. Or sometimes they don't.
My favorite part is the fact that it shoots out a blast of confetti every time you fire it.
I mean, the reason for that is actually a good one as well.
It is a good reason, but it's like, yay, taser fun time, you know? Surprise! You've been tased.
They should do that with real guns.
It'd be really funny. I want a gun that shoots confetti.
I mean, those exist.
All right, I'm gonna get one.
I mean, it's like the party popper things, but like they're shaped as like a gun instead.
Oh, you see that lady who got kicked off of the flight, the American Airlines flight?
I didn't. I saw about it, but I didn't actually watch the video. It was basically, wasn't it like an air attendant dude person thing?
Yeah,
Got annoyed at her because she told him he told her to move and she just didn't hear.
Yeah, I gotta get off the flight. Why? What did I do? And all the passengers booed the crew. God,
So dumb.
I mean, it is, but... Woman arrested for DUI after broadcasting a drunk girl driving Periscope. That's just stupid.
Now, was it in Florida?
Florida man. WKBW, I don't know what that is.
WKBW.
Yeah, it's some...
Is that a radio station?
Oh, it's a news affiliate. I
Oh,
have to answer a question to read the story.
what? Oh, is it one of those like survey things?
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate those.
Lakeland. Where's Lakeland? Florida.
Oh, is it actually Florida?
Yes.
Well, then. That
Unless you
explains that.
think FLA stands for like Louisiana.
Louisiana. My favorite state.
She's really drunk. She just hit something. She might be driving with a flat tire. She's in a Toyota.
People.
2015 Toyota Corolla. It was a new car.
2015, yeah, that's this year, believe it or not.
Which means the car was made last year.
Yeah,
That is for
probably.
some reason the
I mean,
way
it-
car
it-
model years
the
work.
number's only registered. It's only when it's registered, isn't it?
No.
Registered 2015.
Right now you can buy a 2016 car.
Isn't that only like after like like this month though?
I don't know.
Because like I know here it's like it depending what time of the year it is what you get like
It's
like
it's definitely
October
end of the year.
October to March, I think it's like 2016, and then March to October there's like the half year thing, like because next year it'll be, well, I guess now because it's October it'll be 66, I think. No,
It's
it'll be
2016.
it'll be 60. No, it will be 66. Oh, that's confusing. So what would they do for that? Because what?
I don't
I'm not
know
sure
what
now.
you're talking about.
The way that they do number plates here, basically, they used to do it like 01, 02, 03, but like for a half a year, they would put a 5 at the beginning, I think. But then they couldn't do that once they reached 2010, because obviously they were already taken. So they changed the half year to a 6. But this year, or next year, it will be 66 for the year, but that means they can't do the half year because it's already a 6. So
Okay.
it it's a little bit of a confusing system. I'll admit.
This seems like they just had no forethought at all when they put the system in place.
Well, no, I imagine they're probably going to put in a new system now because it's run out or something, or they'll change the half year to a 7. It's like stupid
I mean,
like
that's
that.
a stopgap for not very long.
What?
That's just like a stopgap, isn't it? In it,
What's a stopgap?
it's just like plugging the hole for a little bit.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't
It's
know.
not gonna last. It's
Well,
not
that
even
happens
a
with
really
all
good
number plate things,
solution.
though.
You know what the solution is here in the U.S.? Don't put the year on the license plate.
They've only started doing that since like 2003 or something.
I mean, in Massachusetts at least, there's a little registration sticker that goes on the plate. That's it.
I don't know.
And that gets updated every year.
We do things differently. Shock horror. Also, we're approaching an hour now,
Yes, we are.
so should probably round up.
Roundup, that's a brand of weed killer
Oh,
that will kill your marijuanas.
yeah, I kind of need to start working soon, considering I am now effectively 15 minutes late. So,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
stand in front of the bank.
Oh, I'll come over. I'll come over. Come over. Come over. Come over. Come over. Hello.
All right, I think that's it.
Let's. Where?
I
Where is
found
it?
First, I found it first.
No. There it is. Found it.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, tree.
Bye.
Bye.